Hey everyone, Rho here. Today we are discussing the announced Codex roadmap and speculating just who the mystery Codexes could be. So with that said, let's just jump straight in. Okay, so a few days ago now, on August the 13th, the Warhammer community website showed us the future Codex roadmap to come. And well, we most definitely got a nice surprise with the reveal of the Codex supplement Black Templars. And we've even since then been spoiled with the reveal of the absolutely awesome looking new Codex art. I mean, just look at this spectacle. Absolutely breathtaking. I think it's got to be a universal agreement across the fanbase that the new Codex artwork this edition has just been beyond stunning. I mean, honestly, I've bought some Codexes just for the front cover alone, and I'm not even joking. But we'll talk some more about the Templars another day, because back to the roadmap. As we know, Grey Knights and Thousand Suns dropped this month, with the Orcs scheduled for full release next month in September. Then following on from that, we've got the hotly anticipated Black Templar release coming in November. Which lastly brings us to, as yet, two unrevealed codexes coming in December. One for the Imperium and one for the Xenos. So, just which factions could these codexes be for? Well, let's begin with the Imperium options. If we discount Space Marine chapters, as I really am not expecting it to be one of those, we have Astra Militarum, Custodes, Imperial Knights, or some outside options such as Inquisition, the Assassinorum, or even Sisters of Silence. Now, first up, this being a split release, you really wouldn't expect it to be something akin to the Astra Militarum, because factions don't come much bigger than these guys. When the Astra Militarum drop, I'm expecting a fair few unit updates. So we're really looking at something more along the lines of Imperial Knights or Custodes, and that may tie in to the split release quite well, because you wouldn't expect either of these factions to get much more than say one new model with their Codex release, or at least I wouldn't, as we've seen with the Drukhari, the Grey Knights and the Thousand Suns, all limited to just one new model release. So if we compare this to the Xeno factions, the options we have are Eldari Craft Worlds, Genestealer Cults, Harlequins, Tau Empire, or the Tyranids. And this is where we move into the rumour territory, because as we discussed last week, there are rumours out there of a unified Eldari Codex, bringing in the Craftworld's Harlequins and Ynnari under one roof. Which, while admittedly is highly unlikely, you would expect the Craftworlds to still have their own release even if this proves untrue. Maybe it's just me clinging on to the past, but I still feel the Eldari are one of the truly major factions. Yes, they've been waiting for their range update for a long time now, but surely, come on, they still occupy their place as one of the major factions. And I have to say, I am hopeful of them getting at least a few updated units when their release eventually rolls around. So, in discounting the Eldar, we're left with Genestealer Cults, Tyranids and the Tau, and maybe Harlequins depending on your faith in the rumour mill. Tyranids for me are again another instant dismissal, because these guys fall into the major faction territory again for me. I just don't see them being involved in a split release. No offence to the Grey Knights or the Thousand Suns, I just think the Tyranids have a bit more gravitas to their reputation. When a hive fleet arrives, it's truly the entire galaxy at stake. And on that note, I am holding out hope for a new hive fleet arrival when their codex eventually drops. Just cranking the Tyranids back up to the major threat they deserve to be. Genestealers, Tau and Harlequins, however, are all possibilities. While outright factions on their own, I don't think many people would put them into the major player category. And yes, I know that may be controversial with some, at least in regards to the Tau. But honestly, in boiling it down and asking the simple question, would you be surprised if one of these split release codexes was the Tau Empire? My answer in all honesty was no. They just don't have the gravitas of an Astra Militarum or Tyranids release to me. And that's not saying I'm not a fan of them, because I absolutely am. It's just a personal feeling. They just don't have that oomph behind their reputation. So with that in mind, that really leaves us with a Custodes and maybe Genestealer Cults codex drop in December. If the recent Grey Knights and Thousand Suns release was anything to go by, we could maybe expect another box set to accompany it. I'm not sure how likely that would be with hopefully the Christmas battle forces rolling around. However, with Christmas there is always an influx of popular purchases to get for the Christmas season, so maybe it is a possibility. And Codex vs Genestealers would certainly be a great narrative. You could have the Custodes arriving to a world to deliver the Primarch's gift of the Primaris to an as yet unnamed chapter, only to find the world overrun by a Genestealer insurrection. The perfect setting for a thematic crusade rule set. Or you could even go really crazy, and why not even set it upon Terra itself. The Custodes discovering a Genestealer cult upon the throne world itself, possibly even within the walls of the Imperial Palace. Man, that would be awesome. Admittedly way more unlikely, but man, what an interesting campaign that would be to play through. And that may even work a little better if rather than just the Custodes, we get more of a return to the Emperor's Talons and a bit more development for the Sisters of Silence too, which in all honesty I am hopeful to see, because I think we can all agree the Sisters of Silence has got some of the best background within the entire lore. With the Adepta Sororitas getting their time to shine, it's about time the Sisters of Silence got theirs too. So, this December, we could see a new Custodes or Emperor's Talons Codex accompanied by the Genestealer cults, and maybe, fingers crossed at least, a brand spanking new box set, pitting the two factions against one another. I don't know about you, but that's something I'd be definitely interested in buying. What of the more outside bets, such as the Assassinorum or even Inquisition? Well, they're definitely possible, don't get me wrong. GW does do a brilliant job of dropping surprises on us sometimes, and when they want to keep a rumour under wraps, they absolutely do it. So, as excited as I would be for one of these factions, I wouldn't be completely shocked. However, the only reason I'd side with Custodes and Genestealers over this is because I just envisage it being a better box set, and particularly in December with the Christmas shopping. But as always guys, what do you think? What are your guesses or hopes for the two mystery codexes to come? One Imperium and one Xenos. Are your hopes the same as your expectations? Or do you wish for something but expect another? And do you agree with my thoughts on the Talons versus Gene Stealers? As always, leave your thoughts in the comments below, I love to read them. Huge thank you to all my subscribers, your support truly means a lot to me, it really does. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. And if you enjoyed this particular vid, then why not drop a like on it too. But with that said, I am off, and I'll see you all again real soon.